Well, long time no see. As you guys know, I haven't been posting very often, but this is my third day in a row posting, so the long time no see was kind of sarcastic, but I feel like it didn't really come across as sarcastic, so sorry about that. It was sarcasm. Yesterday I posted the gender reveal slash my husband and I finding out that, or the gender of our baby. I am 13 weeks today, so I believe that makes me officially in my second trimester, which is so exciting. 13 is such a good number for me, and I have my little app here that says that we have a baby the size of a lemon according to this app. So I love this app. It's really cute. It's called What to Expect. I just wanted an app to like track. This sounds like an ad. I swear it's not. It's literally a free app. I just wanted to get an app to like track the progress, track my weeks and days, and this was like the top one, so I just downloaded it and I really like it so far. Like you can pick like if you want it to compare like fruit sizes or like other options, I don't even know, but 13 weeks today. We graduated from a lime to a lemon and yeah, it gives you a little info on like your baby's development and stuff like that. So just wanted to throw that out there first. I don't know, I'm rambling. I haven't done a sit down video in quite some time, and we're gonna do a little get ready with me. I'm gonna do my oh, there we go. I could feel like a hair tickling my face. We're gonna do a first trimester recap. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about my first trimester, let you know kind of how I was feeling, go in more depth on how I found out that I was pregnant, talking about symptoms and just like things that I've experienced up until this point. So if you guys are new, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. I will have the products that I'm using today linked down below, but I'm not going to like go into depth about what I'm using like verbally or like how I'm using them. So yeah, the info will be in the description box if you are interested. So yesterday we announced the gender of our baby. We found out yesterday. I recorded our reactions, and then we called our moms and we recorded their reactions over the phone as well. And it was so fun. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, I will have it linked down below. I actually started a playlist for like pregnancy related videos. So the first video being the pregnancy announcement, and then the second video being the like announcing the gender. So I will have the playlist linked down below. This video will also be going in that playlist, so that you know, at any point in time if someone finds these videos, then they can start from the beginning if they want. Or you guys, if you miss one, you know, they're all in one place. So I just recorded myself. Well, I actually didn't record myself, but I thought I was recording myself applying my foundation, but my camera was in fact not recording. So let's try this again. We're gonna start off when I found out that I was pregnant and how I found out. So basically it was early March. My husband and I just ran in the River Run, which is a 9.3 mile run in Jacksonville. We had been training for it for months, and I was expecting to start my period, and you know, I was feeling all the symptoms. I was like, all right, you know, like definitely about to start my period. I had, you know, sore tenderness, I had cramps. I was like, oh boy, here we go. And you know, I had a little bit of like a window to when it could start, because I wasn't like regular to the 28 days type thing. And I was like, oh boy, I'm gonna like start mid-run or something, so I gotta be prepared. And you know, race day happened, still didn't start. A couple days later I was like, you know, I feel like I should have started by now, so let me take a pregnancy test just to make sure. I told my husband, I was like, you know, it's been a few days, like I feel like I definitely should have started by now. So decided to take a pregnancy test. We took it together. I was like nervous just because like the idea of taking a pregnancy test always, like, I don't know, it just seems like a scary thing, even though I was like convinced that I was like, I didn't have a reason to suspect that I was pregnant, other than the fact that I was late. But all of my normal symptoms were there, like hormonal acne, headache, everything that normally happens before I start. So I was just like thinking like, oh man, like my cycle's just a little bit off this month. But then we took the test, we like covered it up and waited to like look at it until the 3 minutes had passed or whatever. And then I think I like took it back out of the packaging or whatever, and it was positive. And I was like, I was shocked. Jarvis was shocked. We were shocked. I don't even know. That was such a crazy feeling, and I feel like there's no way to describe the feeling until you've experienced it. And I mentioned in my other video that the first like feeling or emotion that we felt was like, first like, what the heck? Then it was like scared out of our minds, because we still feel like we are kids, and now like this test is telling me that I'm about to have a kid. Not about to, but relatively speaking. So we were scared, and then, you know, it was an emotional time and it wasn't something we were expecting, but I almost was in disbelief. So we immediately drove to the store, bought 3 more tests, and I took them all, and they were all positive. So it definitely wasn't, you know, I definitely was pregnant. And it was crazy. It was a bizarre feeling, and it still is kind of a crazy feeling, because this is the first time I've ever done this, and I just kind of can't believe that this is actually happening. We are so beyond excited to be having a kid. It's something we always wanted. We always, you know, talked about and planned for. It just happened a little bit sooner than we initially anticipated, but we're both 26, and actually I guess I was 25 when I found out. I was about to turn 26 when I found out, but it's still very surreal, and I don't know, it's crazy. So the first thing that I did was, well, after like taking in the emotional news that we just found out, I called my doctor and made an appointment, which was super scary, because I already like don't like calling the doctor, or like anybody for that matter, to like make appointments and stuff like that. So I called the doctor, and I was like, what do I even say? Like, I just took a pregnancy test and it was positive. Like, I need to set up an appointment. First, I just said like I needed to set up an appointment, and she was like, oh, well, your doctor's not available until May. And this was early March, and I was like, well, the reason for my appointment is that I took a pregnancy test and it was positive. And she's like, oh, okay, well, that changes things. So I've been seeing a different doctor every single time. I don't know if that's normal. I haven't seen my like original OBGYN, but each time I've gone, I've seen a different doctor, nurse practitioner, and so far I've had a great experience. Everyone has been so nice, and yeah, great experience at my doctor so far. So fingers crossed things continue to go this way. But yeah, so made my first appointment. We waited 2 days to tell my parents and it felt like forever, but it was literally probably like a day and a half in like real time. But I don't know, I couldn't like keep it a secret from them anymore, so I was like, oh gosh, we gotta tell them, like, we can't, like, I can't not have like someone to talk to about it. Like, obviously I had Jarvis, but I like just wanted to tell my mom and dad. So we told them. I kind of told you guys how that went down and it was a little bit of a funny story. Then we waited a couple days. Like, we had made plans to tell Jarvis's parents as well, and they weren't available until a couple days later. So as soon as they were available, we went over, told them the same way. And they were the only ones who knew for a while. I actually continued to have those like period like symptoms for the first several weeks, which was not fun. I had like soreness and tenderness every single day for weeks, and I still do. Like, it's not every single day now, I would say, but most days. But it's kind of something I've almost like gotten used to feeling for such a long period of time. But yeah, I had like, you know, a little bit of cramping and whatever, like the whole time. I just felt bad. But it wasn't until about 8 weeks that I really started feeling bad. I think the day before my 8-week appointment was the first day that I experienced morning sickness. So that was not fun. I mentioned in my other video that I've been putting powder, like a little bit of powder on my face for like 5 minutes. Anyway, I mentioned that I went to the doctor. Initially thought I was like 7.5 weeks based on calculating from like the first day of my last cycle. But then I went to the doctor and they're like, oh no, you're only 6 weeks. So obviously, you know, my cycle wasn't completely normal, so not to unheard of by any means. So they were like, you're gonna, you know, no big deal, but you're gonna have to come back in 2 weeks for like a redo of this appointment. So, you know, I wasn't concerned at all until it was like, I was like, don't look anything up, don't look anything up. Like, is that normal to like be measuring a week and a half like behind what I like should have been? And I just was like trying so hard to not look anything up online because I knew it was gonna scare me. So luckily I was able to hold out. I didn't look it up because I was just, it would have just caused me so much anxiety. I just know it. So the doctor didn't make me feel concerned, but then at my next appointment, the 8-week one, they were like, yeah, so they were just a little concerned last time because, you know, you were only measuring 6 weeks. And I was like, oh my God. Like, well, I'm glad they didn't tell me that they were concerned because that would have freaked me out. Like, I didn't think that they were concerned, but then they were like, yeah, last time they were a little concerned, but everything was good. I was measuring 8 weeks after when I was 6 weeks, so everything was going according to plan. But yeah, I was like, well, thank God I didn't know that, because that would have scared me. I have dry shampoo right here. I put too much and I can't get the like white hue to go away, so that's why my hair is kind of all over the place. So anyway, my 8-week appointment went really well. We could see the heartbeat both times. We could see the difference in the ultrasounds, which was really cool. And then I went to my 12-week appointment. Well, actually in between week 8 and week 12 was terrible. The worst 4 weeks of this pregnancy so far. Every single day I just was super nauseous, extremely tired, like so tired. Like getting up and walking to the bathroom and walking back to bed, I was out of breath. I just felt exhausted, which is like extreme. And mentally I felt so exhausted. I was taking a nap every single day. I still am taking a nap a lot of days, but I'm definitely starting to lose those symptoms, thank goodness. But yeah, extreme nausea, extreme just tiredness, food aversions, thinking about certain foods, just thinking about them, not even seeing them or smelling them, or no, just thinking about them. I was like forcing my brain to shut off because I was like, I'm gonna get sick if I keep thinking about these things. Some of the things that I was like really averted to were like peanut butter, and I love peanut butter typically. What else? What was the other one? There was like another one that like I could not, literally could not stand. I don't remember. Peanut butter is the only one that I'm thinking of right now. My brain is like blanking. But yeah, so food aversions were major, even like in contributing to my nausea. And then I would finally find something that sounded good to me, like for example, blueberry muffins, and I would have like a blueberry muffin every day for like 3 days, and then the thought of a blueberry muffin could not handle. No way could I stand the sight of a blueberry muffin. So very all over the place when it came to you know, food aversions and cravings and things like that. And then I was about 11 weeks and I was supposed to go to Disney, which I did end up going to Disney. And it was still a really good time, but I couldn't like go on any of the rides or anything. And I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be hot. I'm gonna be outside. This is gonna be the most activity that I've done this entire pregnancy. It ended up being great, and Allie and Corey did a really good job making sure that I felt comfortable, and they even provided me some ginger ale and applesauce and stuff like things that I knew that I could eat and like snack on, which also snacking like every like hour to 2 hours, like just having like a couple crackers or an applesauce or a Greek yogurt or something like that, that helped me a lot when it came to nausea. It was like every time I waited too long to eat, I would start feeling sick, and then the longer that I waited to eat, the worse it got. So it was like, even though I had absolutely zero appetite and I did not feel good, I like had to force myself to eat because that was the only thing that would make me feel better. So very like, you know, I don't know if that's like a catch-22 or what, but telling all of our friends and family that we were expecting was super exciting, and pretty much everyone was like really shocked or like, I don't know, excited. It was good. This will actually be the first grandkid, I guess, on my like mom's side. So out of all of my cousins on my mom's side, this is gonna be the first grandkid, and so my grandparents' first great grandkid, which is crazy to think about. But also very exciting. So like I said, I'm 13 weeks, so I guess that means I have 27 weeks left, roughly, and it's crazy that I'm already I'm over 3 months. Like, how have I been pregnant for over 3 months now? It's mind-blowing. Prenatals was something that I really struggled with, because the first one I got, I was like okay with it, and then after like a couple of days I was like, oh my god, like I was like gagging as I was trying to eat my prenatal vitamins. They were like little gummies, but they tasted so terrible. So then I ordered a different one. They're actually the ritual ones, and those ones are really good for me for a while. And then, but they're like essenced, so there was like a citrus scent to it, but it's like, it smells like lemongrass. And then those started making me gag when I was taking them. So I had to find another one. So then I bought a different gummy one, the Ollie gummies, and then those ones like were just, they took me so long to chew that I just thinking about it, and oh, I couldn't handle it. So I'm on my 4th prenatal and it's like a 1 a day like pill version, because I just wanted to be able to like swallow it and just be done and not have to like chew on a gummy for 5 minutes. So I'm happy with the one that I am currently taking right now. So thank goodness, because I don't know that I would have been able to handle buying a 5th prenatal vitamin, because that's been like a struggle for me. But now it's, you know, it's also probably that I'm out of feeling those symptoms so strongly that I'm okay with this one. Like, I don't know if it's that, like the timing of it, or the fact that the vitamin is just like a lot easier for me to take like anytime. But I've been taking that, and that's been really good. So I'm happy to finally have found something that seems to be working out well for me. So I think I announced that I was pregnant. I was like 12 weeks and a day or something like that. And I waited until, I just wanted to wait until after my 12-week appointment. Just because that was like I had to go 4 weeks between appointments. That was the first time of me going 4 weeks between appointments. So I just wanted to wait until, wow, that is way more intense than I anticipated. I wanted to wait until after my 12-week appointment to announce it on social media. Our friends and family had known for like a couple weeks before that, but so 12 weeks 1 day is I think when I posted the video. And then I anticipated waiting longer to announce the gender, just because I don't know, I was like so used to like finding out information and then having to wait to tell you about it. So I wasn't sure when I was going to post it, but then we got the results yesterday, and I knew I wanted to film our reaction, like just so we could have it, and then also have that be something to share with you. So we filmed it, and then I was like, you know, maybe I'll just go ahead and post it today. So I posted it the day that we found out, and I'm so happy. Like, I was tired of like keeping secrets, and I'm just happy that we got to find out. It only took us like 6 days to find out through the genetic blood test, and it was good. It was so good. And if you haven't seen that video yet, I'm gonna, you know, just go ahead and say we're having a girl, and I'm so excited. I had a gut feeling that it was gonna be a girl from the beginning. I don't have any explanation as to why. I've seen all of the like old wives' tales, or however, I don't even know if it's a wives' tale or wives' tale. I don't know, I feel like my blush is super intense, but it doesn't look intense in person, just on camera. Anyway, I've seen all the like tricks to try to tell, like based on the heart rate and if you're carrying high or low and like what you're craving and stuff like that. But honestly, like looking back, none of those correlated. Like it was like a random mix of boy and girl, so it wasn't like very accurate, at least in my case. I experienced really bad hormonal acne, especially in the beginning. My acne has definitely calmed down some, but oh my gosh, in the beginning, it was when I like wasn't posting videos as much, but my acne got so bad that I even like brought it up to my doctor, and I was like telling her that I've been, you know, I do have like more acne prone skin, but my like hormonal acne around my mouth has been so incredibly painful, so uncomfortable, and I don't really care about, you know, how it looks, because I am just kind of used to having breakouts and things like that, and it's something that's completely normal, and I try to get that across in my videos, you know, because you see a lot of people on here that have perfect skin, and good for them, that is fantastic, but not everybody has perfect skin, me included. So I try to be very transparent with my skin and how it looks. That's why I start off my videos without makeup, you know, whenever I am doing my makeup. So but it was like bothering me enough to like ask my doctor about it, and she was like, well, you know, at your next appointment, if it's still bothering you, like we'll see like what we can do about it. Luckily it did start to get better, and it's funny because I mentioned in my announcement video like experiencing some kind of like premature judgment before I even had announced that I was pregnant, and that was something where I had gotten comments about like how bad my acne was, and I was like, you know, if it bothers you that much, like you really don't have to watch my videos. And getting these comments really don't bother me anymore. Years ago it probably would have affected me a lot more than it does now, but I could honestly care less. But I know that there's other people out there that post their skin on the internet, and you know, maybe that would bother them more than it bothers me. So it was really like disheartening to see comments about like how bad my acne was, and I can't watch this video because your acne looks so bad and things like that. Only because I know that if they're saying it on my videos, they're definitely saying that on other people's videos, and that's like what bothers me, is like there's really people out there doing that. Like, come on. So again, it's not like I could care less about that person being bothered by my hormonal acne that is caused by me being pregnant. And that also kind of brings the topic to attention that you don't know what someone's going through, where it's not like you see someone that has acne and you just assume poor hygiene, or like, you know, they don't care about their skin or whatever, but that's not the case a lot of the time. So just a reminder to everybody to, you know, be more conscious about things that you comment on people's videos. If you don't think that you would say that to them in person, or if you think that they're, you know, could be a reason that they are experiencing an increase in acne or whatever, like just keep it to yourself. And if it bothers you, just click off the video. Like, that's fine if it bothers you. Like, I understand if my acne bothers you. Like, sure, okay, but just don't watch the video then, you know? So I just hope that other people, I mean, I know other people will experience getting comments like that, and maybe the acne thing is particular to my case, but even when it comes to like weight or their, you know, the consistency of their hair or anything, acne, anything, just keep in mind that you don't know what people are going through, and it could be something that you would have never thought of that's causing these things to appear the way that they are. Also, another thing that I wanted to talk about is, I know that everyone experiences symptoms to a different degree. Although I felt like I had a rough time, I know that there's people that experience the symptoms way worse and experience more symptoms than I do. But you know, there were some days where like getting out of bed was like a struggle for me, and that's like, it's, when you think about it, it's really like sad, and it puts you in a really not so good place mentally. And that was something that was so bothersome to me, that like I felt like I couldn't do anything. But it wasn't like it wasn't like I was just being lazy and like just get out of bed and do something. Like I would like feel physically ill if I tried to like live my normal life during like say month 2, like week 8 to 12 of my pregnancy. So, you know, that's another thing that like, I don't know, just don't feel like you're lazy if you're going through something similar and you're experiencing like debilitating symptoms. Don't feel like you're being lazy, because you're not. You are resting up your body because it's doing a lot of crazy things right now. And my doctor was telling me like, you know, feeling these kinds of symptoms is typically considered a good sign, because that means the hormones in your body are doing what they're supposed to, and you know, things are progressing through your pregnancy and stuff like that. So it's like, I think she was trying to tell me to think positively, because I was not doing too hot when it came to those symptoms. Luckily though, the last like week and a half, I have felt a lot better. I would not have had the energy to sit down and film a video or go to the grocery store or anything. And I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Jarvis, because he has been absolutely incredible. Anytime I crave something or want it really bad, he's going to get it or order it for me. He's going to the grocery store to get me ginger ale and you know, fulfill any crazy requests that I have. He'll come and, you know, switch my pillows, get me a drink so I don't have to get up out of bed. He's been so incredibly amazing, and I don't know how I could have done this without him. So I am very thankful to have him be the one that I'm going through this with, and I'm not gonna cry, and I'm talking quietly so that he doesn't hear me because he's in the other room. But yeah, my camera battery is gonna die. I'm gonna go get my mascara and I will be back. The angle of the camera probably completely changed because I bumped my tripod when I was putting the camera back on after I changed the battery. So I'm gonna put some mascara on, but anyway, that's pretty much like the summary of my first trimester. It wasn't super eventful, lots of not feeling good days, and yeah, I am very thankful to finally start feeling better and have, you know, more than just like applesauce sound good to me. But that was definitely something that was very hard to go through, and I just want to give a special shout out to people who have to go through this alone, because like I said, I couldn't imagine going through this without Jarvis, because he was so amazing, and he still is. Like, he's still, even though I'm like starting to feel better, like he's still wanting to make sure that he can do whatever he can, or that he does whatever he can to make me feel comfortable, and get me medicine if I need it and things like that. So he's been great, and I know so many of your comments were like, oh, he's gonna be a great girl dad, and I completely agree. I completely agree. So I'm excited to see where, you know, this journey goes from here. We're kicking off the second trimester strong, and I'll actually be able to document things, because like I said, if I recorded myself in the first trimester, it would have just been me laying in bed all day feeling awful, or getting sick, or taking 4-hour showers because my head hurt, or whatever it was. It was not very eventful, nothing that, you know, I can't just describe to you and you kind of get the vibe of the vibes of how things were going and how I was feeling. But from now on, I will video documentation of everything, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna film a little vlog and show you guys everything that I have so far. I don't have a lot, but I'm gonna show you guys everything that I have so far. As far as baby stuff, we have to figure out the nursery still, but as of right now, I think what's gonna happen is this room is gonna become Jarvis's office, and then his office is gonna become the nursery, and then I will, you know, kind of float around, figure out where I can film videos. I definitely still plan on posting like makeup content and beauty content, but I also love incorporating lifestyle stuff, vlogs, grocery hauls, and you know, shopping vlogs, and even I want to bring back some of the book content because I went really heavy on the book content for a while, and you know, that wasn't content that did particularly well on my channel, but as far as views go, but the feedback that I always got on those videos was so incredibly positive, and that was something that really made me happy. So you know, I've kind of been hopping around with the type of content that I've been posting, but I kind of want to just post a little bit of everything. I'm not only gonna post, you know, pregnancy related videos, but this is my whole life right now, so it is gonna be a big focus for me, and you know, that's just kind of how life is going right now. So I'm excited to see what we have left. I'm almost done with this stripe, you know. Almost done. But I'm excited to see what is in the works for me and my family. We're gonna go from a family of 3, including Pancho, to a family of 4, which I should have sprayed my face before I put mascara on, but oh well. Uh-oh. Yep, that's exactly why. That smells like Fruit Loops, like the yellow Fruit Loops in particular. But anyway, physically, I'm doing better. Mentally, I'm doing better. You know, my heart goes out to anybody who experiences this. But again, special shout out to the people that have to go through this alone. You are probably the strongest people in the world. So yeah, I am thankful that things have gone the way that they've gone so far. So far everything is good and healthy as far as me and the pregnancy goes, other than obviously the typical expected unfortunate symptoms. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm so excited, and I hope that I gave a good rundown of my first trimester. I feel like I talked a lot. I might have to like edit out some of the parts because this is gonna be a long video, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you can follow along on this journey, and yeah, I can't wait to redo or like decorate a nursery, go shopping for that kind of thing. I can't wait to pick stuff out now that I know that it's a girl. I can't wait to pick stuff out for like our registry, and I'm just so excited. I definitely want to do a video about what I'm putting on the registry. I think we're gonna do Amazon and Target, so there's like options. And I'd love to like share things that I'm putting on the registry, and then also you know, if there's anything that you think that I might be forgetting, or like any like insane recommendation that you're like, I didn't think that I would have needed this, but this like saved me, that kind of thing. Maybe you guys can give me some input and help me better round out my registries and just like list of things that I need to get. And then also maybe you can get some inspo from my registries as well. I don't know, we'll see. But that will definitely be happening, and it's still pretty early for me to be like having that done, but I think that we're gonna do those two just to like have options, and I'm so excited. So anyways, I think that's gonna be it for today's video. My makeup turned out really cute. I just did a bunch of products from my everyday makeup drawer, so nothing too crazy. And like I said, I'm gonna go film a vlog now and kind of show you guys everything that I have gotten so far and have been gifted so far. So thanks for watching. I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.